So I don't know if I've released my cassette video yet or not, but I did score some Halloween themed silver. But in the cassette haul that you'll see that in a different video if you haven't seen it already, or if you're interested in silver and not in cassettes, then you've never seen it. But I found this, A Night in a Graveyard, A Night in a Haunted House cassette tape. I'm a Halloween fanatic, and so I collect Halloween themed silver mainly, but I do pick up other stuff. These cassettes are like 15 bucks used on eBay. But let's see what I got. I went online and I looked around and found something that I really wanted. This is my vintage silver art bar that's Halloween themed. I got some stuff from Thule, Tim's Stacking Adventure, and the Asset Stacker. But I got some new stuff. I went online, of course. You never want to go online when you're shopping for stuff. But I found a couple items, or I found one item, and it wasn't anywhere near me. So I phoned a friend and had her run down and pick it up for me. I said, I need to get this bar. I need the bar bad. And she said, well, how much are you willing to pay for it? I said, 450 bucks. It was a 10-ounce bar. But anyway, I'm going to show you the other stuff that she sent me. She said, I've got some Halloween-themed stuff, too. I'll trade you. I got 2 Halloween-themed bars. I'll trade you for American Silver Eagles. I was totally stoked to do it. So the first item I got, she sent me this. I traded for 1 American Silver Eagle. And this I already have in my collection, but I figured I could use it as trading fodder. If somebody else has a different Halloween-themed silver bar that I don't have, then I can trade this along. These are really nice designs, very popular design from Madison Mint. Probably one of the most common vintage Halloween-themed silver art bars that there is out there. So if you see these, pick them up. They go for a pretty good penny on eBay. I think the cheapest you'll find them is around $42 or like $4 or $5 over spot. But some people mark them at $79, but they're never going to sell for that. But they're not making these anymore, so it's always good to pick them up. Second item I got was something a little bit more desirable. Again, I traded for an American Silver Eagle, and this is, oh wait, let me show you what I just lost my train of thought. What was I doing? Hang on one second, oh yeah, I was going to show you in the good book, but then of course I looked over at my whiteboard. I wanted to mention another YouTuber just starting out, but he's not new to the scene. Victor De Los Reyes started his own YouTube channel, and he's a big vintage collector, and you'll see a lot of his stuff that he's traded to Coin Sense and Nonsense on his videos. So the name of his channel is Caterpillar Silver. Head on over there, give him a subscribe. He doesn't have hardly any subscribers. He put out a half-hour long video showing vintage silver. So if you're into this stuff, you're going to want to subscribe to his channel. So this one is Madison 30. And Madison 30 is here. Halloween 1973. It's dated 73. It's got the Type 1 rarity value of 3, and I think it's $5 to $15 over spot. And let's zoom in a touch bit before we get to the better stuff. The next item I got, traded again for an American Silver Eagle, is a 1 mint Halloween 1973 bar. These ones are a little bit more unusual. Really cool looking. Very simple and elegant design. I'm a big fan of this design. And this one, I just had my finger on the page and lost it. Where did it go? I had my finger in the page. LMN. Why did I do that? Let me see if I can find it really quick. Jeez. I slipped my finger out of the book and then it goes away. I am extra scatterbrained this morning. So this is the 1 mint Halloween 1973, and there's the reverse. Really nice condition on this one. This is 1/6, and 1/6 down here. Halloween 73. It's dated. Only 400 minted and a $30 rarity value, so a little bit more valuable than the other one. and only 400 minted, but these I think have a pretty good survivorship rate. So the $30 rarity value might be a little bit high, but looks good to me. Anyway, so the last item I got, the reason I phoned a friend to go pick something up was a Halloween themed bar that I didn't have in my stack and I'd never seen before in my life. And it's a 10-ounce bar. And I was like, holy cow, I gotta have it, I gotta have it. And she was like, all right, how much do you want to pay for it? I said, I'll pay 450 bucks. That's 45 bucks an ounce, and the spot price was 37 something. So pretty decent premium. But anyway, let me show you what it is. Look at this monster. This is like a blacked out, toned up with gold gilding skeleton on there. And down there is the mint mark. And what I do when I buy things like this that I've never seen before is a lot of times I'll go, well, I like it, I like the design, and I really want it, so I'll buy it. And then once I buy it, I'll do the research on it. And so apparently this is made by, I don't know who it's made by. It says Private Mint is the maker, and I don't know if that's the name of the mint, Private Mint, or if it's just a private mint. They don't want to disclose, but it's got coffins repeating on the back, right side up and upside down. And since I am an impatient person, I tend to sometimes overpay for things. And this one was an exception. I did not overpay for it, but I didn't get a screaming deal, and here's why. Once I went online and started researching this thing, looking for it, I found it. And you know where I found it? It's in stock at SD Bullion for $436. That's the exact price I paid for this, because when I told her, I said, hey, I'll pay $450 for that thing. Get it for me, please, please, please. And she said, well, I got it for 36 or something like that. And I was like, well, score, you saved me some money. And then I found out, once I researched it, you can go online to SD Bullion and buy it right now. So I might buy another one. But the weird thing is, I didn't have to inconvenience my friend and have her go all the way down there to pick it up. I could have just bought it from SD Bullion and had it shipped to my house. So that sucks that I did that, but I never saw it before, and I got caught up in the holy cow, I've got to have it moment. And this thing is like almost like looks like it's ruthenium coated, but I don't think it is. Let me know if you know what coating this is on it. I don't know if I can open it or not. When she shipped it to me, the capsule got cracked. I don't know if it was previously cracked or not, but I just happened to have another top capsule for a 10-ounce bar that I didn't have a bottom for. So it was just, I was like, I'm never going to use that top only. My knife skills are horrifying. A lot of you guys have commented saying, I'm expecting you to cut yourself badly on camera one day, and I wouldn't put it past myself. But check out that wild, almost blacked out coating on this silver bar. And let me zoom into the mint mark so you can check it out. I'll actually put a link to the SD Bullion website where the listing is for it. And if you guys go buy them all up, then I won't have to buy another one. Focus, please. I don't know if it's going to focus very well. Let's see how far I can zoom in. Whoa, too far. Yeah, it's just not going to cooperate today. Kind of got it focus. But 10 ounces fine silver, and there's not really any mark except for that mint mark below the fine silver. But I really like the blacked out nature of this. So this will go into my Halloween collection. I've got a whole monster box that I'm filling up with Halloween themed stuff. Mainly because the Halloween themed stuff that I'm collecting comes in like assay cards and assay boxes and things like that. And so it takes up a lot of space. It's not like I've got a monster box full of these. They're in like cases and boxes. Oh, and there's my other Halloween 73 bar. And these ones don't fit in the capsules, so I have to actually modify the capsules. I did a video on how to modify them. You'll see on this side, it's recessed in, and this side goes all the way to the edge because I cut the inner wall out of the bar. So I really appreciate my friend grabbing these for me. And I'm adding them to the stack. So I've got two other ones of these here. One I got from the Asset Stacker, and the other one I got from Tim's Stacking Adventure. And so I've got this one. This one's actually the cleanest of all. So this one will be up for trade if somebody's got an interesting vintage Halloween bar that I don't have. But anyway, I'll put a link down below for Caterpillar Silver. Check them out if you love vintage silver art bars. That's a Victor De Los Reyes, super cool guy, very valuable member to the community. And I'll also put a link to SD Bullion where you can buy this big old bad boy. If you're a Halloween nut like me, you gotta have it. You just gotta. Anyway, hope you guys are having an awesome day. I will talk to you in the next video. Later.